In 2013, my partner and I moved to live and work on a New Zealand dairy farm with a herd of 600 cows. I knew, logically, that cows need babies to produce milk, but I'd never really thought about what happens to those babies. Parenthood is the experience that links almost all animal species on the planet, certainly mammals. That innate drive to protect vulnerable infants until they can thrive on their own is hardwired in us all. It wasn't until those early days working on the farm that I really understood where the milk I drink actually comes from and the true cost of getting it. The dairy industry recommends removing babies from their mothers as soon as possible to disrupt the bonding process. Cows are deeply maternal and will call for their missing babies for days, even weeks. The taken babies will also cry for their mothers to find them. On the farm, mothers were birthing outside my window, and I heard their labour pains all night, then watched them loving and cleaning their babies until my partner came with the tractor and took those babies away from them forever. It wasn't until I became a mother and felt firsthand the devastating consequences of the dairy industry on these complex emotional and social beings that I realised I couldn't be a part of this. If people really knew the truth behind milk, industrialised dairy would finish tomorrow. In the UK, around 60,000 male calves are shot at birth each year. They're no use to the industry and they're the wrong breed to be killed for their flesh. The industry has no use for dairy cows by the time they're 7 years old. They're exhausted and less productive. If we didn't keep them in a constant cycle of pregnancy and milking, they could live into their 20s. Sadly, this story is just standard industry practice on dairy farms across the world. Investigations and first-hand accounts have shown time and time again that these animals suffer, whether living on organic, free-range or factory farms. When I moved to work on the dairy farm, I ate meat and drank milk very happily. I left 4 years later, a mother, a vegan, and an advocate for animals. We all tried to convince ourselves that they don't suffer, that it's not the same for them, but this just isn't true. For me, the turning point was when I realised the industry is built on exploitation, pain, and utter disrespect. When I held my son in my arms, nursed him, and realised how much he needed me to protect him, I was broken by the destruction of the lives all around me on that farm. I was complicit in the destruction of families. We all love and care for our young. I've been involved in this industry more than most dairy drinkers, which is why I want my experience to help others make better decisions. And speaking as a mother, I desperately hope that we ditch dairy soon for the health of the planet and the sake of all our children. Go vegan for a better future. Visit animalaid.org.uk for more information.